If you're about to head to the start line of a race and you're not feeling as fit or as motivated as you would like, how can you still have an enjoyable and positive race day experience? Well, in this video, I'm going to go through 4 tips that you can hopefully use on race day. So even if you've turned up to the start of your chosen race not feeling as fit or as motivated or as well trained as you'd like, you can still have a really positive experience. So tip number 1 is to do a really honest assessment of your fitness, and if you can, do a fitness test. Now, most modern up-to-date GPS watches will have some sort of fitness algorithm or fitness test built into them, and you can use this a couple of weeks out from the start of your race to get a good idea of actually where your fitness is. Not where you want it to be, not where it used to be, but where it is now. And that can really help you when you think about your pacing strategy on race day. A bit further on in this video, I'm going to give you the pacing strategy that I use when I've entered a race and I'm not feeling as fit as I would like. Tip number 2, your ego. Now, you're going to have to park it on race day. So when you turn up, it's going to be exciting, the adrenaline is going to be pumping, and you might think, I've got a chance of running at the paces I did before, or running at the pace that I could do if I was really fit. But you're going to have to make sure you hold on to that realistic fitness assessment. Don't be tempted to line up with the groups that are going to be faster than you can run on race day, and just try and hold back over those first sort of miles, the first part of that race. Leave your ego in the car and just focus on executing a good pacing strategy. So that leads nicely into tip number 3, which is your pacing strategy. Now, for the half marathon that I recently did, where I went in not as fit as I like to be, I adopted a 3-part pacing strategy for that race. So I basically chunked the race into 3 smaller sections. Section 1 was 6 kilometers. I wanted to make sure that I went out at under the goal pace that my fitness test had told me I could run at. And the reason for that was so I was able to get my body primed and warmed up, and just to build a bit of confidence. If I finished that first 6k or 4 miles feeling in pretty good shape, then that would give me the confidence to move in to the second part of my pacing strategy. And that was a longer chunk of about 12k. Now, in this section, I wanted to move up to just about goal half marathon pace, and I just wanted to sit there and try and hold that effort over the next 12k, and that would bring me into the final part of the pacing strategy. And in the case of a half marathon, that's 3 more kilometers, or just about 2 miles. And so at this point, if all's gone well and I'm feeling like I've got some energy in the bank, I was able to run as fast as I reasonably could over those last 3k. And the strategy worked. And that's because I held back, I didn't let my ego get in the way of my run, and I knew exactly where my fitness was. Tip number 4 is to simply smile. There will always be other races, there will always be other opportunities, and if you feel like you can, of course, go on and finish the race. Smile as you do so. Set yourself other goals along the way. Talk to other runners. Thank every marshal. Get the crowd pumped up and going if you can. And that will help other runners along the way. But if you're really not feeling like it's going to be a good idea to carry on, particularly over longer distances like half marathons, marathons and ultra marathons. There's no shame in stepping to the side and just saying, today isn't my day. So there we go, 4 quick tips to hopefully help you on race day if you turn up on that start line not as fit, fresh or as motivated as you'd like to be. First of all, do that fitness assessment. Secondly, leave your ego in the car park. Thirdly, have a conservative pacing strategy. And finally, smile. It's always a lot easier when you've got a smile on your face. Give some energy back to other people around you, and be grateful for the privilege that you can actually be out there running and enjoying the day. If you've got any thoughts or comments or advice of your own, drop them in the comment section below so we can connect and have a chat, and I will see you in a new video very soon.